What?
This show contains mature and intense subject matter, themes, and language. The opinions contained herein are for entertainment purposes and are not intended to offend, especially during Cards Against Humanity. All of you who choose to continue, you have been warned, and welcome back.
Oh,
sorry, right.
The ending just fits.
It's just like perfect.
That's very true.
New ones every time we get a new game.
Yeah,
that's
fine. I can do that. I know a guy.
We actually change. Yeah,
You're gonna have to, because obviously if
well, we need like a more general, like, don't stick around at the end if you're a little bit like squeamish or anything. But anyway, what's up, everybody? We are back, and we are joined by Mr. Ojisan. Thank you very much for joining us. The dog's joining us as well.
Well, good to be here. Good to be here.
It's been. We spoke about this good 3-4 months ago, I think, about you coming on.
Oh, yeah. And I think the first time I actually, I popped up one time, I was really drunk, and I popped up here one time and told my UFO story. I think that was a couple years ago.
Yeah. You've been around for a while. Yeah, we appreciate that, man.
I thought I would start drinking after the show tonight. So
no, yeah, me too, buddy. Yeah, that's the only way.
Working, I'll be drinking. Definitely.
That's the only way people can get through the show is by drinking.
I'm pretty very true.
That's how it's
I have to drink every day just to get through the day.
Same. Same.
But yeah, what is up, everybody in the chat? Anyway, it's good to see you all. It's been. If you didn't catch last week's live on Saturday, I know we threw you all a little bit with that. It's good to see you all anyway. But yeah, Mr. Hefty, I believe, has a dedicated.
Yeah. I wanted to dedicate this show to my buddy Josh. Works at a place right up the road from me where I get my breakfast every Friday and other things. And just a sweet, big-hearted guy. I love him very much. He's a very dear friend, and he collects cool retro toys and has an amazing collection. So
there you go.
Does he have a Care Bear?
I don't know. I can find it. I don't know. I don't think he has a Care Bear, but I will look into it. So Josh, this one's for you. Love you, little buddy. Thank you, man.
I think you need to take some notes though from Kerry with her meal choices.
Oh, them freaking things. That's hang on, you just.
What?
What is it you're talking about? My choices?
Yeah, your meal choices. Eggs, beans, and carrots.
The beans and carrots and the eggs.
Come on, guys! Like if it was a TikTok trend, right? I'm just very, very quickly, and we'll go UFO.
Yeah.
So, bring up the pictures. Have you got?
I was so confused.
Hot cake.
I said in the comments in the private chat, like, "Hi guys, like my friend lives in your area for charity. Would you buy one of these cakes from her?" But everyone thought I was being serious and was like taking it proper seriously.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, it's a joke, right?" I had to actually say, "No, it's a joke." But they still went. But maybe we could sort something out. Was that you, Marty, that went, maybe we could sort something out, like money-wise?
It was Hefty, and then I was like, wait a minute, that's for real? Like, that's fake? I thought it was she was thinking.
I thought it was real, too. That bottom cake is nightmare fuel. I'm just saying that.
For myself or Hefty, we can donate money, but like if it's for a charity, but I'm just like, okay. I'm never going to trust Kerry ever again, I swear to God, dude.
I did say to Amy, I was like, we are not buying any of it, but we'll donate some money.
But the dinners, they were raw as well. They were horrific, but you were so sweet.
Where's the other one?
Get the other
I'll
picture.
quickly get the other one, then we'll get on to actually what we're talking about.
Yeah,
It wasn't
Oh, man.
tuna. It was a sea urchin. You're right. It was like a scary sea urchin.
But Dave was like, I told you not to do it. I told you not to send it. They're not going to get it. I was like, oh no, this joke's gone proper bad.
Hefty and I got it, but we were questioning the whole thing. Like,
I was like, eggs and beans. That is going to be the stinkiest outcome of any meal you would ever have.
Boiled eggs.
Look at
I-
the chicken.
yeah.
See, Ojisan, yeah. I'm like, dude, no, bro.
I'm telling you. A couple beers on top of that. Yeah.
Oh, some IPAs. Forget it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that was what.
It was funny though. It was funny, but I did generally think you'd been serious, like as a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's
I
so
was lost.
unexpected.
I was lost right up till the end. I was just like, I can
Yeah.
donate
It was
a
just
little
so
bit of
lovely.
money.
You all got your checkbooks out and was like, yeah, right, we'll send you
Yeah,
some
what do
money.
you
I
mean?
was like, no, guys.
You need it that bad, though.
That's right.
We're only given 50p though.
Oh,
I'll give her a free fire booking book.
Yeah.
oh dear.
That's a good try, so it was a good effort.
Oh yeah.
So what do we got on the ticket for today, kiddies?
So yes, we haven't done a UFO alien / show for how long now? Been a while, and it's certainly before the holidays. Like it's been a long one. We haven't done one for that. And obviously, Ojisan, we knew you from like a year or more ago.
Yeah.
When you came
Been a
on.
while. Yeah.
Yeah, and you told us your UFO story then. But I
Oh, yeah.
believe so. You know Hefty through chili challenges.
Yeah. The chili head community here. That's when I fell in with Phil, who's talking about everything spicy. At the time, Phil was like the number 4 or 5 guy in the world for eating hot stuff.
Wow.
And I'm good friends with Phil, met him in real life and stuff. And so my family, my YouTube family, kind of grew out of that. And folks like Heft and other folks like meeting y'all. That's how I come to meet everybody. Is I just end up in everybody's stream and I like to talk and I like to meet new people. So I'm glad y'all let me up here tonight.
We love you, buddy. And that's actually, it's funny, Ojisan. That's one of the things I said was when, because I've been doing YouTube for a while. And when I got into the chili stuff, the chili community was such a welcoming and awesome community of people that are very just tight knit and amazing people. And then after that, I went on to find these lovely folk. Marty, I've known for years. But I found Tom and Amy and Kerry, and I've made so many amazing friends and met so many amazing, yourself included, Ojisan. You know what I mean? It's been such an awesome ride. Like I've never had friends on the West Coast before. I've never even been to the West Coast before, and now I have friends all over the country.
I've
And
got
it's super
friends
cool
from
stuff.
Norway to Japan to Brazil. I've got friends in the Philippines. I've got friends from all over the globe from just doing YouTube and just hanging out.
Yeah. It's a super cool. I'm so lucky that I got into this. So I love you guys.
Oh, there's the Tuna Emperor. Look at there. What's up, Tuna?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Do you
swims.
still do your chili challenges?
What's that?
Do you still do your chili challenges?
I don't. I've got one of the people from the chili head community thought it would be funny. They sent me 2 of the new 1-chip challenges, the ones that turn your tongue blue. And all that. I'm not doing it. Like I've just the last time I did one last year, I was legitly on the bed with cramps for about 6 hours. But it's not that initial heat. It's not getting through that.
That's what I tell people. It's the cramps, dude. Is what. That's why Katie has her bath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
fire.
oh boy. No, that's not even the worst part.
No.
Yeah, they
It's
come
almost
and
like-
go after half an hour, 20 minutes or whatever. But those
There's
cramps can last for hours.
The cramps, and my wife did the 1-chip challenge with me one time, and she hasn't done anything since. She told me that those cramps, and she's had 3 kids with me, that
I always wondered about
were
this.
worse than her labor pains.
I always wondered that because I've never given birth, and I've always been like, when trying to explain to people how bad it is, I'm always like, I've never given birth. I can only imagine this is the closest thing possible. But to hear that it's worse than birth,
Yeah, she confirmed it, and because there's just certain parts of your stomach, different sphincters in your tract that are receptive to that capsaicin. So when it hits that part, you get another set of cramps, and it moves down and hits another one, and you get another set of cramps.
and just when you think it's over.
Yeah.
So take that, women.
No, I still don't want to give childbirth.
No, I take that back. I'm going to get in trouble.
I was going to say, got two on the panel.
We outnumber them tonight. We're all right. We're doing.
That's
we don't need the masses. We can do it with just the two.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
easy time for sitting next to you, dude.
But no, I've kind of retired from the heat challenges. So a lot of my friends still do it, but I can't waste a whole day with cramps anymore. So
yeah,
that's insane.
Are you taking up a new hobby?
Well, I still I got on the YouTube because I'm an artist. I do a lot of art, and I post a lot of art, and I do a lot of. It's kind of like if Bob Ross all of a sudden threw a happy little UFO in his painting every time, or he did something really amazingly creepy. That's kind of the art I do, and so that's how I started on YouTube. But then it's just like the one thing I don't want to do is the same thing I did yesterday. So my channel is so random. You'll find art, you'll find painting, you'll find chili challenges, you'll find sword collecting, you'll find all kinds of stuff on there. So I have a wandering mind, so I can't sit still.
Oh, that's cracking. That's the best thing. I mean, that's why.
Customer to you.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm very I like to do everything. I've got so many little hobby things that I do, as you guys know.
YouTube hates it. YouTube hates when you
do
that. But,
that's my channel's the same way. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm just here to have fun. So.
Yeah, and that's it. And then what you guys are saying about like obviously starting the channel and meeting people. I'm so glad we did that. Mm-hmm. Like, because we won't know any of you. Like, even the people in the chat and everything. We're like one massive like family, and it's crazy. When we weren't even going to start this at all, were we? When we first spoke about it, it's like it's a stupid idea. It's not even freaking bother. And then it snowballed to now.
I remember our first video, and it wasn't.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah.
But now, we're nearly 2 years in now. In October.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween of a 2-year anniversary.
You must have just started when the drunken Ojisan showed up on your doorstep. You're like, oh, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. all this riffraff showing up.
That's when I came around. They were like,
and they were really regretting it.
Yeah, they were. Then I bought Marty, and they're like, oh god. They're like, we'll take Marty. Can we get rid of him?
Kerry, because like Kerry stabilized it. She's like, we're on an even keel now.
Oh, I thought I was the weird one out of all of us. Weird friend.
You're the normal one out of all of us.
Well, sometimes.
I don't know about that.
We know the real Kerry.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, do we have that? Do we have that wedding bridal shower video?
Really available? I should be there sometime.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
There's some
What's up, Gemma?
Coming in here. There's Gemma. Yeah, she's from the UK.
Oh, whereabouts are you from, Gemma? Me, obviously you can tell by our accents we're UK as well.
Gemma's she does amazing things with her YouTube power. She's an advocate for people with autism and stuff. So she does she does a lot of work with that stuff. She's
That's
an
awesome.
Amazing gal.
Oh, sweet.
Shout out to Gemma.
We probably would get on quite well because I actually work with special needs.
You work awesome.
As a teacher, and autism's a big one in our
school. You do all your art as well, don't you?
Yeah.
And she comes home to her special needs husband.
Yeah. He needs a lot.
I am special needs. I'll let you in a minute.
Gemma's awesome. Y'all should hook up with Gemma. She's really sweet.
Definitely. You just have to get her YouTube channel or whatever. I'll definitely go over, check it out, subscribe, and all that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, yeah. So Ojisan as well. On that point, send us a link to your channel. I'll put it in, or Amy will put it in the link below.
Or plug it right now too, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pump it onto the chat for everyone to go check it out.
Pump it on.
Well, you do it then. I can't do everything. Remember?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
And it starts.
Here we go.
I do everything.
Yes, I do everything.
Your bloody horse.
What have you got there? You've got the food. I've got the mouse and the keyboard.
Oh, shut up, freaking girl.
Trying to keep it on track. So anyway,
We're having a domestic in a minute.
We always have a domestic. This is like our therapy channel. This isn't paranormal and UFOs. This is therapy.
All good.
Anyway,
okay.
We're back. Yeah. So UFOs and that. I believe you wasn't you saying before? Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's certain things about Area 51 that you did a lot of research into. I'm sure that was what you said.
Well, I mean, yeah, Area 51. You know, I was in the Air Force for a long time, and I've seen a lot of things up close and touched a lot of things and felt a lot of things. So Area 51, I don't think that if we are in possession of alien craft, it's not at Area 51. That's too well known. It's somewhere deep underground somewhere else. There's actually another spot just outside of Tombstone, Arizona that you should check out because they're pretty sure there's an underground base there. But it would not surprise me if we did have something like that in our possession, but I have no evidence of it. Like I don't have any like gotcha, pictures or anything like that to show. But I have a strong feeling that if we did have that in our possession, I don't think it's going to be at Area 51. Even as secure as that is, I think that's where we make our spy planes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So being in the Air Force, did you ever like see or like hear of anything that was like slightly like secret that you shouldn't be knowing about, sort of thing, like that could be in that kind of field?
Sure did.
Hey, did you see a smile go from ear to ear when you started asking that? I was like,
I don't want to get you in like.
Do tell.
Take you away and
let me think of what I can. Okay, so like the 117 has been decommissioned now, and I don't think that was made out of the material that people think it was made out of. I was right there. I guarded it. I spent 2 nights guarding an F-117 one night, and just walking around the thing, looking at it. There's some pretty exotic materials, and there's some pretty basic materials that you would never imagine are on that aircraft. Like wood, like there's a lot of stuff on that aircraft that you wouldn't believe. So
was that did they use those type of materials, like certain materials, because of weight restrictions?
It may be because of the radar reflectivity is maybe different, but like the underside of those wings, there's some interesting things under there, and I've been around some other aircraft too. I probably don't need to talk about all of those, but that was the one, since it's decommissioned and we're not flying it anymore. Right? I mean, that's one that like that's a weird amalgamation of technology right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, wood absorbs radar
Yeah.
waves.
Oh.
This is kind of right up my dad's my old man's alley. He loves this shit.
Yeah. So there are, like, as futuristic as that looked, especially because that came out in the 70s when I was a kid.
Yeah.
As futuristic as that looks, man, there's some tricky materials in that thing. Like it's not what it appears to be from the outside.
That's what you guys. A lot of people were saying too that accounted for quite a few UFO sightings.
Oh, especially
they didn't know what it was.
The shape, especially just the way it's aesthetic.
And that was what was so striking about my encounters, because I've been around those things. I've touched them. I've been 17 years I spent with that, and the thing I saw, I couldn't explain any of it with any aircraft that I knew of. So,
so that's the same with that. Is it the B2? You got the B2 Spirit as well. That's been confused a lot for sightings as well, hasn't it?
Well, I can tell you that was no B2 that night, because I mean, like I said, I've been all over a B2. That was not a B2.
See, that's what I love about it, because you've got the experience, like obviously being in the Air Force for that long. You know the aircraft, like as soon as you see it,
you know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I would have recognized the B2 immediately. And the thing with the B2 is you don't hear it coming, but you do hear it leaving.
Right.
The craft I saw, there was no sound at all of any part of the whole experience. It was completely silent.
Can you quickly go over like what you saw? Because I think I remember.
I was just going to say, do you want to retell the story?
Oh yeah. So this was I was talking with my kids the other day, so we were trying to kind of recount this because I knew I was coming on the show. And the the best year I can give you, I believe it was 2013 when this happened. It was about 5 years before I moved into this house, and I lived in a different house. My mother lived right across the yard from me. I had her little house over there. So I was walking back from my mother's house to my house, just across the yard, and I look up, and it was a black triangle. It was your classic black triangle. There was no lights on it. Sometimes you see it depicted with like a light on each corner. There was no lights. This thing just came right over me, and it was, I would say, twice the size of a B-2. It was huge. Took up the whole sky, and it just sailed. From the best I could estimate, it was 300-400 feet off the ground. Like, it was low. It wasn't way up in the sky. I mean, it was hugging the treetops, and it flew right over my head, like in it would be like a southeast direction. And a lot of military aircraft use this valley for training. We have a huge weather station in Little Rock. So, I mean, there's always military aircraft here, but it was just about dark. It was just where I could make out the shape, and I could see a little bit of it, but I couldn't see any details. That there was nothing to see. It was just a black triangle, and it sailed right over my head. And as soon as it was like clearing the trees on the other side, I ran to the house to get my wife to show her. When we got back outside, it was gone, and she's been mad at me ever since. She wanted to see it, but so I didn't say anything to anybody else. And then my daughter and her boyfriend, who's now her husband, showed up. They had been out on a date, and he walks in the house, and he's, I still haven't said anything about this, and he's acting weird. And his name's Michael. And Michael looks at me. He said, "Do you believe in UFOs?" I said, "Did you see that triangle?" He said, "Yeah, I saw it." When they were driving to the house, they could see it like off in the distance.
No shit.
Yeah. So they saw the same thing I did from a different angle from the side. They didn't know what it was. They figured it was like you said, like a B-2 or something. And then because he was like, "Hey, it looks so weird." And they were in the car, so they, of course, couldn't hear anything. But yeah, so he got to the house. It was about 20 minutes after I saw it, and he brought it up, and we've talked about it ever since. But that was it. That was my whole experience, and it was 2 minutes that I'll never forget. I mean, it was.
So what did you say about me? But did
in high school?
That's right. See, when you and Michael talked about it, did the descriptions of it match up? Like,
Yeah,
did he
exactly.
when you guys talking?
He said
Okay,
he said it was just a black triangular shape. There was no features. There was nothing. There was no lights. It was just like I said, just at sunset. So it was just that perfect amount of light where you could see the thing. And
Wow.
I have no explanation for what it was. I've gone out and looked at a lot of, there's all these secret, supposedly secret aircraft that use anti-gravity and all this stuff. Who knows? But most of those are depicted with this huge like light from an engine in the middle of it. This had no lights, no features. It was just a black triangle.
Did you afterwards do any research into whether your area where you live, if there was a lot of sightings of UFOs?
Yeah, there always has been back here, and it's kind of as a hillbilly, it's kind of a stigma back here, because back in the UFO craze, it seemed like everybody that was on TV sounded like me.
was a hayseed.
And they started getting discredited, so a lot of people just stopped talking about it. But my dad actually had a UFO experience. And I made another video about that. And that was when I was a little kid. He was out hunting at night, and he had his experience, but it was completely different than mine. So, but yeah, there's a lot of activity around here. It's just because it's open in the country. There's no lights. I can see the sky.
Yeah, when you showed us outside, it looked perfect. The CE5, it was just perfect.
Right over those mountains, I see a lot of stuff. I don't have. I need to invest in some camera gear to get out there and start filming this stuff. But like with a phone and stuff, you can't really see anything at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just sit and watch the stars all night because
That's beautiful.
Like I said, my wife's been mad at me ever since I saw that. So I've got to get her a new one. I've got to see one. That's why I may download that app we were talking about.
And I want to interject for a second. I think that's a shitty stigma that you got when you were, and you're right. Back in the day, like any alien encounter, anything like that was usually somebody with the twang or the southern drawl, and it was, you're right. It was just written off at a certain point, which I think is really shitty, because then, if other people with like, different accents have the same experience, you're going to take them a little bit more seriously. I don't know. I think that's fucked up. So
that's just part of the American experience. I mean, I can't complain. That's never held me back from anything, but I do understand, like, where if people have never heard me talk, and like if they've only spoke to me professionally, like through email and stuff, and then the first time they actually hear me speak, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you sounded like that," So
I think that's just down to, like you say, it's just, unfortunately, where these things happen, it tends to be out in the country and stuff, but people have those kind of accents, isn't it? It's like here, Kerry, like we that our sightings tend to be out in the country with and down south where people have the southern accent. It's just
less people.
You don't.
And just to put Amy on blast, Amy loves the southern accent. So she loves the southern. That's her favorite American accent. Is the southern
accent. Well, there's several different southern accents, but I've got a weird mix. So.
I was just about to say that I find it really weird how you seem to have more UFO sightings in America than you do really anywhere else. Like,
it's so big, in it?
But it makes you wonder what it is that they're seeking there that they can't seek anywhere else in the world.
As crowded as the cities are over here, there's a lot of open space. There's a lot of just unpopulated areas in the United States, and I think there's just so much more space there that's not light polluted where you can see things. And,
that ties in with Pops's comment. It says maybe they do not want to be seen, avoid cities. So that comment literally came up before you just said that, Ojisan.
Well, that's true with that light pollution thing, because when I used to live in Saxony when I was a kid, because it's out in a village, out like you really far away from the city, you could see the stars every night.
Yeah.
Since moving like here and stuff where we're close to the town, you don't see no stars because you're so close to so much light pollution.
I can see the Milky Way and all that stuff at night. So we'll just get in I'll take my truck. Of course, I got a truck. We'll take my truck and we'll park my truck out in the field, and then we just lay in the bed of the truck and watch the stars all night.
There's nothing wrong with that, buddy. I'm in the suburbs. I'm right outside of Albany. So Albany's, obviously the capital of New York. But I'm in the suburbs, and you go, and I have nothing. Kerry, Amy, Tom, Marty, you know what my woods are like behind my house. I have nothing but like trees and beautifulness behind my place, dude. And any night, dude, a clear night, dude, you can see all the way to, all the way to outer space, man. It's beautiful. So I get it. I get it 100%, dude.
Yeah, but we get the odd star.
Well, we're lucky. We live in the suburbs.
You treasure it. You treasure the stars.
We get some of the brightest ones, but we don't get like you see on your scale, like seeing the full Milky Way and that's
It's not helping my case here because he already wants to move to America.
I'm moving it. Like I told you the other day, when we're older.
When we're older?
Yeah.
What makes you not do this?
Do it now.
It's still cheap in the south. If you wanted to move to the south, you can still get down here.
It is
cheap.
My brother lives in Matt, who's in the chat right now, lives in Greenville, South Carolina, where my pops, James, who's also in the chat, just moved from too. My old man was just born in the wrong part of the U.S. He's a Southern boy through and through. He was just unfortunately born in Troy.
Yeah. Well, I've lived all over the U.S. I just end up back here because it's just easy to live down here. There's not a whole lot of stress unless you put it on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like when we're there. I think that's what I like there. Is everybody's so laid back.
You've only seen Florida.
But it's yes, I know, but you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean because you haven't.
People in England are up their own fucking arse. Excuse my French.
I think one thing that would freak you out here where I live is everybody will wave at you when they pass you in the car. Everybody waves at everybody. So
You didn't get that in Florida. Everyone was on their phone.
Everyone's trying to crash into you in Florida.
Yeah. I lived in Louisiana, Metairie, right outside of New Orleans, for a while when I was in my early teens, and that's the one thing. I had come from the north, moved to Louisiana, then moved back north. So my brief stint there was what it was, but. That's what I noticed when I noticed it was, you could stop to somebody, say hi to somebody on the street down there, and you'd end up making a friend and probably having supper at their house. Yeah. Up here in New York, you say hi to somebody, they look at you like you're gonna, rob them or rape them or something. And it's like, no.
That's the same here.
Everybody here will either wave or you'll get the finger guns. One of the
finger guns.
Depending on the place you go in the UK, I think you actually have a lot of. As in being very grateful, and actually, when you give way and stuff like in the car, they actually say thank you in that. I found a lot of the time you didn't get that when we went.
Walking in the street, like when I lived back home, because we were in a village, like you say hi to anybody, and they'll say like morning or whatever, everybody. But like Kerry, you agree, like in London and stuff, you say morning to someone, like they'll think you're freaking.
They'll just shank you.
What's the matter with you, like?
Yeah.
So they don't talk. They don't look at each other. It's like blinkers constantly.
It is scary there, though, Tom.
Yeah, it's quite good. No good to London.
So what other good? I'm really curious, Ojisan. What other good stuff you got for us, buddy?
I just got through watching. We were talking about it before the stream started. That new Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind documentary by Stephen Greer on Amazon Prime. I've watched his other stuff like Unacknowledged and all that, and this one had it went a few steps further, and it's actually got some photographs of what he perceived to be aliens in it, and the different aliens that he's made contact with. And I was curious, and I think Kerry's the only one that's actually downloaded. He has an app out that will help you call UFOs in to meet you. He teaches you how to call them in to meet you. So I'm very curious, and I'm very close to getting that app and starting to document if I can actually make this happen. But like I said, I got to get some better camera equipment to get that set up. There it is.
Marty's super jealous. Marty's doing it right now.
Yeah, 100%.
He's doing it right now.
What are you talking about? I was a little late.
I saw you looking right down at your phone. I'm like, oh, he's getting it right now.
I believe it's called the CE5 Contact app.
Yes. C5, yeah.
Kerry, you didn't tell us that. Kerry, you don't tell us nothing.
I told you I sit and do CE5. We go out watching stars and stuff.
Good stuff.
I told you that one.
It's $9.99.
Thanks for the pictures, Kerry. By the way, Dave's a stallion.
I do feel like I owe it to my wife if there's some app that will help me call in another UFO so she can see it.
You could do it yourself, though.
Yeah.
Just as they explain in the documentary, I've watched it a little while ago now, but you just set your intention, that's all it is, and put out your thoughts. But they're on the app, they've got like special tones to play to. I don't use it a lot, I've got to be honest. I do it more with my own intention. If I forget I've got the app. The only thing I have got as well is the satellite app. So once you put your intention out and sat in meditation asking for them to come forward, you can then check the satellite app to make sure you're not watching a satellite and not a UFO sort of thing. But you pretty much, after you start doing this regularly, you can see what's satellite and what's not. You start to notice things.
Yeah, when you lay out there and watch the sky for a whole night, like you really start picking things out that you. Yeah, and that's what will blow your mind is just even in broad daylight, you never look up. You never look up to see what's in the sky. So you always think, how could there be this big UFO that I didn't see? Well, I guarantee you wouldn't have seen it. People just don't look up.
I do all the time.
I was just going to say, I do when I'm outside, especially at work. I will study that sky and just
I'm waiting for this to happen.
Yeah.
I do now, Yeah.
I'm too busy looking at
the masses of people do not. Most people don't pay attention at all of their surroundings.
Especially now, most people are like this.
So it's like in Shawshank Redemption,
staring at their phones.
Yeah. Like how many times do you look in a man's shoes? Like in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I see that all the time. Like now, especially like.
People go on dates, or families are at a table at dinner.
We're like those typical when we go for a restaurant, like, especially in America. We watch people. We don't talk to each other. We watch other people.
Oh, I love when people watching is great though.
Yeah, we do that, don't we? But then the amount of people though, you see like the whole table all on the phones, not even saying a word to each other. Food comes, still on the phone. Like,
Oh, that's sad.
it's sad. It's really sad. You see it everywhere now. Nobody, unless you're texting each other, nobody talks anymore. Nobody like say looks up.
So when
Actually, he's a people watcher. I'm not a people watcher. I'm trying to talk to him.
I know. Okay. I people watch, and then I tell Amy to look at the people I'm watching.
I love when there's people outside the store that are having a conversation because I love to make up the dialogue that's going between them and like it's so stupid. How did we get here?
I don't know. I was gonna say that.
It is a good app. It is a good app, and it's a good start.
Marty, you're the UFO guy, right? Like you're the UFO guy of the group.
Enthusiast. I'm by no means at all an expert, so we got to change. No. We got to change that in the intro, okay?
It's clickbait. Come on.
You've even got a poster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys need uniforms, is what you need, like Ghostbuster uniforms. Like I'm the UFO guy.
We were saying about
on the back,
Marty, come on, tell Kerry to get on this. She's literally got a
really surprised. I was gonna have her make Tom and Edie Paranormal Mysteries like the button up where he had the shirts, but the button, a couple buttons right there has TNA Paranormal Mysteries on it.
So why can't you still make those?
I was gonna send them out. Yeah.
So why can't you do that anymore?
Well, now it's not a surprise anymore. So now,
so now it's not going to happen.
Ojisan ruined it.
I've ruined it. I'm sorry. I ruined the whole thing.
Let us know if she does it. We'll send you the money to get them sent out.
Was that?
Let us know if she does it, and we'll send you the money so you can send it out.
No, you have to send the money now.
Yeah,
it's just something we
do. It's expensive.
And I think once school gets back in session, we have a little bit more time, and everything's kind of more relaxed. Summer's over. Spend more time inside. We'll be able to do something like that. So
yeah, definitely.
Can we have a shop? Flog them out everywhere.
No more shop.
No. Merchandise.
I feel like we need some merchandise.
You need merch.
About this. We do need swag.
Sippy cups.
We need buy all.
We need swag, dude.
Nobody else will buy it.
A foam popper.
Yeah.
Yeah, foam popper.
Foam popper. Are we seriously discussing the merchandising area? Is this
knickers.
Yeah.
Let's get some knickers.
No.
You could get your own little sage sticks, you know.
Oh my fuck! That's genius.
You're not helping.
Oh yes, you are. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's helping, but all right, whatever.
Hands up in the comments who would buy.
Yeah, who would buy? We need an audience. Like, who's going to purchase this?
Everybody on the show is like, hell yeah, Ojisan would. I bet you Chantel would probably take a pair of panties or something.
I think your dad wants to know what knickers are. I'll let you explain that, Heft.
He wants to know what knickers are?
You've seen that before. Our comments are slower.
I forget. Are they boxers? I forget.
Go back and watch
pants. Are they pants?
Yeah.
Panties.
Panties. They're panties. They're panties.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the show on your channel, Hefty. The first one we did. I think that was one of the top.
I don't want to go back and watch those, man. I hate that guy. All right. He knows. Thanks, guys.
She had a good comment before it disappears at the top. She said, I always think they use volcanoes and seismic activity to mask movement underground and cloud cover during storms above ground. That's a good shout.
That is a really good shout, yeah.
That I wouldn't be surprised, like some of the shit that goes on.
Well, yeah, it's like the big mining operations and stuff like that. I mean, you can feel that for miles. So you have to have something big to cover that up. And down in the south, guess what we have? We have fracking, for oil and natural gas, and that does cause earthquakes and shakes the ground. So if you needed a cover, you can always blame it on fracking back here.
Yeah, there's always. I'm just going to drop your. So guys, this link that's in the chat now, when it loads, that is Ojisan's channel. If you go check it out, I don't know if you can
down there somewhere.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there, because I do a little bit of everything. So.
Not wrong with that at all. Not wrong with that. What was you just saying?
I'm not helping you.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick.
What happens? What goes around comes around.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Amy, how big is that drink you got there?
I'm saying she's rocking that mug.
This is the fucking pain in the ass. Like, if you take one of them, maybe you take water to bed, yeah. In the middle of that, you try and pick that up, you're like fucking off the side, like that. It weigh a ton.
Is that a stout?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's only Coke though, so.
Oh,
that's the thing. That's another thing. I know we're going off some of it, but you don't have a pint, do you?
I do drink pints. I have pint glasses. I drink a lot of stouts, but all of the stouts I drink are barrel-aged stouts.
Attaboy.
So, like your Bourbon County Stout, your 1050s, these are all 10 to 15% beers. So.
I got 10 5s downstairs in my fridge right now. 2 4-packs of them, baby.
Yeah, 1050s are really good.
I'm an IPA guy, but respects are on that good go-go juice.
I gave IPAs my best shot.
These are 8.2s. They're not bad.
Yeah.
Kerry's a fan of those shots.
Yeah, go.
I started on the wall though. Which
Kerry
is
hits the hard liquor.
Yeah.
Not the boy stuff. He likes the hard stuff.
This is where Dave feeds her the hard liquor.
Yeah.
He's
a feeder.
He is a feeder.
Greece when it's like, he is a feeder. He'll go shopping and go, oh, look what I've got. And he doesn't eat any of this, by the way. And he's got muffins, chocolate mousses, ice creams.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cake. And I'm like, it's lovely.
Shit going.
And I keep saying to him, you're going to be the one that has to look at my ass. I can't see it. You're going to keep feeding me.
That's what he's doing. He's etch-a-sketching it. He's drawing his own destiny. He's like, that's what I want. That's what I'm getting.
I want you to be able to hold the canapes on your bum.
It won't be long the way he's feeding me.
Hold on. Chantel, no, I said 1050. Let me show you what a 1050 is.
Yeah, 10, not 10 titties. Although that would be.
I went to the bar in Disney Springs, wasn't it? And I said, "Can I have a pint of cider?" And he's like, "We don't do pints." It's like, "What do you mean you don't do pints?" He's like, "It's not English pints. You do American."
Yeah, they're American pints. There's a difference. Yeah, 1050s.
1050.
Oscar Blues. They also do the Dale's Pale Ales.
Yeah,
we haven't got that.
We ain't got that.
We ain't got that.
I'll have one.
They're called 1050 because they're 10.5% alcohol.
By volume. So whereas most beers in the United States, like commercial beers, are around 5.6%, 4.5.
Yeah.
This is 8.2.
Yeah.
So and then you get the higher ABV, the more expensive it is.
No, they're the they're not like lager. It's lagers are more like the 4 or 5s.
All I know is
that's more like
he
our
struggled
ale.
to get his cider.
Yeah, it's getting cider in America's a freaking bitch.
I had to go and ask someone and say, "Look, I want some cider." You want apple vinegar? No, I don't want apple vinegar.
What was it called?
I want cider.
Yeah, no, like 9-pin. 9-pin makes a hell of an apple cider. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I couldn't get the only one I could get was Angry Orchard. That's the only one they sold. Like literally, it was a fucking pain in the ass. But anyway,
sour mash. What part of the country you're in? Yeah.
Yeah.
That sour mash. There you go.
That's my old man.
Is it?
That's my old man. Yes, sir.
I started with Jack Daniels in the bottom shelf whiskey. I still drink it a lot. Like I'll drop $15 on the big fifth of cheap whiskey. But I've got into like bourbons and stuff lately. But I got to be careful. Like I like it too much sometimes. I'll polish one off.
That's why I like beer, man. Like me and like alcohol.
Get the flavor.
Not good. Not good. I don't like that hefty. Were we talking about aliens or something?
Yeah. Well, this is how you get to it. Like
I know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people accused me of being drunk the night I saw it, and I was drinking,
that night.
but I wasn't that drunk. Like I wasn't that drunk.
Yeah, but like how
drunk you see more.
sees drunk stuff when you're drunk.
Yeah.
I've like never seen like the pink elephants, or you know what I'm saying, or even back in my acid days, I never saw like.
So we talked about it in the documentary. He says you got to be open and accepting. Maybe that was part of it. Maybe like I was just super relaxed. I was having a really good night, and just out of the blue, there it was.
So that does actually work, I think, because when we do our investigation of our dolls, if I have a drink, more stuff will happen. Yeah. Whereas if I don't,
Thomas, don't have a drink. Don't mix the spirit and spirit.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
When drinking.
Yes, I know, but when I drink and do Ouija as well, that works more.
Thomas.
That's a terrible idea, dude. You understand the door you're kicking open, what you're subjecting yourself to when you do that?
Oh yeah.
I like
it.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
By any means, dude.
Eddie brought up a good point. He said, wouldn't it make sense for aliens to target drunk people?
Yeah.
No one will ever believe it.
That's
Like,
right.
That's a good point.
Hey, look at that drunk hillbilly. Ain't nobody gonna believe him.
Like, look at him. He don't talk like this.
He's gonna rooster tail right
Talking
over.
about moonshine.
They're the ones that are likely to get the anal probes.
Why does it always come back to probing? Almost every show comes back to fucking probing.
Probe. Fact.
I think you better watch your butthole while you sleep, Tom. Maybe you might stuff something in there just to be curious.
I told you the ones. The one I
Right.
bought.
The wand, yeah.
The wand.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go into this. So just
Anyway, what was you saying? Oh, Marty, didn't you have? I'm sure you had some news, Marty.
No.
UFO stuff, or you didn't?
I'm just like, no, I don't have anything.
Can I
No,
just say,
you-
Mike, are
you-
you growing your moustache? Because you look like a trucker.
Thanks, I appreciate that. But is that a compliment? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, take it as you will.
well, I mean, I guess. That's
Oh shit! She just done called you ugly, bro.
No, it's definitely becoming a moustache.
I'm getting ready for winter. I got to keep my face warm.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a good
But you
show.
need to hear.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
why I've got the hat on. The hat keeps it.
Are you?
I can't.
Why
Grow
don't
that
you,
out.
why don't you wax it and then stick the wax to your head? And then
Do what Hefty does, the
You know what?
whole.
Yeah. You definitely.
But you do yours the other way, like a curly.
No, I can't do that. I can never pull it off.
He's in our bedroom. He's gonna piss on your shit.
Get down now.
He's the
Oh my
only one
God.
that can pull it off.
Get down now.
What do you know, Tex?
Sorry.
How you doing? How y'all doing?
Even the hat, like he can throw that hat on, fits him perfectly. I put that hat on, I would look stupid in that hat.
Yeah, no, that's one of my superpowers. I make a hat look good.
There you go.
See, I accent the whole. He moved right down south and fit right in just like that, no problem.
Oh, he'd fit in down here. We have so many people from other parts of the country moving down here. It's becoming a melting pot. The sad thing is, like most of the younger generation, my kids and my grandkids, they're losing the accent. Like it's going away.
Really?
So I think the Southern accent is dying. It won't be around very much longer because of. I do believe that you do face a little bit more social pressure outside in the rest of the country when you do sound like I do. So it is disappearing.
Right? Yeah.
If I was to go up to Albany up there and be looking for a job, it wouldn't matter how qualified I was. If I sit down and start talking like this, they're probably going to cock their head at me.
I'd hire you in a heartbeat, brother. I'd hire you in a heartbeat.
He's
I'd be like, I'll tell you, be like, I want that guy because he's going to be a hard fucking worker.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would say.
See, that shouldn't matter, like how you talk.
The way you talk should not matter.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, the U.S. is the U.S.
Yeah.
People are going to categorize you and label you before they ever know you. That is one of the things that we are really good at doing here.
Categorizing.
Yeah.
Put you into nice boxes.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that always shocked me is you can actually be overqualified for a job.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be really like way too good at your job and they won't hire you because you're too good. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take other people's jobs.
You're going to make your boss look bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can't have
So they're like, yeah, you're overqualified. We can't hire you.
I don't have to do that. My bosses make my bosses look bad.
Yeah.
I can think of two that don't. The other two do.
Yeah, McDonald's wouldn't hire me.
They do that here at McDonald's. If you have
I was too.
if you have
overqualified.
qualifications or like decent qualifications, they will not hire you.
Yeah, this because you see you going places.
It's the same thing because you
Damn.
be
Yeah, it doesn't
Robot.
make sense. Like,
Danny! Sorry, I just got really excited. I love Danny. Hi, buddy.
not saying those jobs are shit by any means. They're not. They're freaking-
It's my homie.
Why are we wearing hats now?
Yeah, why
do, we
we
need
got
to,
hats?
do we need to join the hat gang?
Yeah,
We haven't got hats.
We have got hats. We have.
I know.
We need
Ojisan's
more.
looking for one right now. Get it, brother. Get it, buddy.
When we're next over there, I'm gonna buy a hat.
I've got to buy that
you're going to
hat.
work that.
Wow.
They say
You know, I hate shameless plugs. That is the stupidest thing ever.
Oh fuck it! Well, Ojisan's just owned us all.
There you go.
Freaking helmet.
Oh, what? All right, that's all right. That's
Viking.
that's awesome.
Ojisan's a
This
Viking.
is my Twitch costume. I go full costume on Twitch
What?
now.
Oh, I love it. Hey,
Dude,
and Thomas
take
now.
that off right now, dude.
Amy's gonna be super cute. Look how cute she is.
No, Amy, you gotta do the thing.
Wait, where's Kerry? I think she just lost 10 years.
She looks like that. You remember when I did the Christmas videos where everybody was bundled up with that's what she looks like when you did that. With her
You
face
sure can't,
bundled up.
Pops.
I love it. I'm not wearing it's
Kerry, you rock a hat well, girl. Look at you.
It's 20 odd degrees.
Look
I'm
like
not
a trucker.
wearing that.
That takes like 10 years off you. So now you're 11. That's weird. Instead of 21. That's a little weird.
You do look actually really young, Kerry. That's a little bit scary.
She looks like she's part of the American gang.
She looks like you look. I would probably ID you.
Yeah, Tom, wear your hat. Danny's yelling at you to wear your hat.
Wear your hat now. Wear the hat.
Let's wear it. That's
My hat.
a girl.
It's sweating already.
Look how adorable he is.
My hat. But,
Tom, I got to know, are your balls nice and warm in Amy's purse or pocket or wherever or what?
No.
His balls are right here.
I was going to put a riding helmet on.
Oh, all right. I'll take that. I'll take Chantel in that outfit. All right.
Yeah, Chantel's going like the full thing here.
Yeah, she's going all in. Yeah, that's awesome.
Just don't muck about.
I think this is the end of. Completely just rambled on.
No, I think it's interesting that, like, just from your experience that you had, Ojisan, like what you're saying about, because I mean, I love my aircraft. I want to go to air shows and stuff, and you, on every single military aircraft, civilian aircraft, you can hear it. That's our big issue. You can hear them all. When you can't hear anything or see any lights, nothing.
No.
That's not man-made.
Well, and the air wasn't even moving. Like a lot of times, the air will kind of move. You can feel it. There was nothing, man. It was just like it was almost like I was watching it on a TV screen, like like a projection or something. And there was nothing.
Did you feel any, like, because a lot of people, when they get that close to it, when they have these experiences, they say that they can feel almost like a static charge in the air. Did you feel anything like that, or was it just?
I don't know. Air? I was super excited. I don't know. I will tell you, and I don't believe there's any correlation to this, but I will tell you that my skin cancer developed right after I saw that thing. And I don't know if you guys have noticed since the last time you talked to me, like half of my face they had to cut loose. I had a hole this big in my face. I don't think there's any correlation, but it did develop right after.
There's a lot of stories of that happening to people. Yeah,
radiation
burns and things like that.
I think we talked about that before too on other shows about.
If you go and look on my channel, you can see how massive that was. This is all. They cut from here all the way around my ear. There's like 300 plus stitches that on this flap.
Wow.
So it was huge, but I hate to even draw the correlation to it, but I will say that it started right after that.
That is a thing, though. That is absolutely a thing.
Mm.
If you go and watch my videos through the years, you can actually see the thing develop on my face, and I was just kind of in denial the whole time, like, oh, it's just an infection, it was, and it ended up being a massive basal cell carcinoma, and it was massive by the time I got it cut out, but that is about the time when it started.
Jesus.
Interesting. It's really interesting.
Am I being stupid? Just kind of shame. Am I being stupid? Do we have any electric airplanes?
Yeah.
Electric, yeah. There's even solar powered airplanes.
Yeah.
And do they make noise?
There's solar powered airplanes.
Some sort of noise. Yeah, you can still.
Yeah, because it's going.
Cars.
It'll still make a noise because it's going through the air. So the plane actually going through the air will make some sort of noise.
Yeah, there was a lot of proposed nuclear powered airplanes way back in the Cold War, like because they wanted to keep them flying for years at a time. But I don't think they ever followed through on that. So.
No.
Mm. Even drones and stuff that they use, you can still hear them.
Yeah,
Some
drones are loud. All drones are
Drones are very loud.
Yeah.
No, I just think because our electric cars are not very loud. They only do like a slight horn.
Yeah, but it's when it's because it's like that dead silence, I suppose, and it's like there's always some sort of noise. Even gliders, when you watch gliders, you can still hear like whistling through the air. You can hear,
something of that size, and that's what I was trying to say. Like you should have heard the wind. You should have heard something as massive as that was, but no, it was completely silent.
One of the other things that correlates when people see these things, and again, like you described, is like just completely dead air. Yeah. But like all the animals are quiet. There's no crickets. There's no birds. There's no everything. Just shuts down, and that's all you see is that thing. That's all you hear is that.
Well, you get like tunnel vision. I know I did. Like that was the only thing that existed in my entire mind at that point when I saw it. Like I mean, the world could have been blown up around me. I still would have been fixated on watching this thing, and that's why. Like I had to wait for it to pass before I ran and got my wife so she could try to see it, but it was long gone by the time we got back out.
Well, that's why when people like yourself have these encounters that are extremely incredible, and like myself is very jealous of that, but you don't get the chance to think about going to get your camera, or even if it's in your pocket to pull it out and take a picture because you're so like mesmerized by it. By the time it's gone, you're like. Oh,
well, I mean, cell phones in 2013. I mean, there wasn't like I had an iPhone or something. And even if I did, and that's the big thing is people are like, well, where's the footage? Where's the footage? And it's like, well, if you have an encounter like that,
you can't always get it out right away. You know what I mean?
You think about it. You just it's like the last thing you're trying to like figure out what you're looking at and like just going, what is that? And by the time it comes and goes out of your sight, you don't have enough time.
And I probably would have kept it to myself if my son-in-law hadn't showed up and cooperated the whole thing with me.
But that had to have been so relieving on your end, though, to be like, thank Christ, I'm not going crazy or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Michael saw it too, so that's
Start pouring my whiskey down the sink.
That's right. Your bottle's almost poured down the sink. It's your only bottle, and Michael comes in. He's like, "Y'all see that thing?" And you're like, "Oh, fuck, what?"
Undo the U-trap. Get the U-trap.
It's time. But Kerry, I'm sure you had a little thing you wanted to tell us about. Was it 2 weeks ago? I remember you before we do the questions. I'm sure you said last week.
Yes, I don't know. I can't remember how much I've told you, but I have had experiences myself where I feel like I've been taken. So my mum's a hypnotherapist. So a couple of weeks ago, she hypnotized me to see what my experiences were, because I've always been like, I'm not sure if I wanted to know. It was one of those things because I don't know. I don't want to be scared. And I was scared if I was going to be scared, sort of thing. And because it happens regularly is not the word, but it's happened quite a few times. So I don't know if my mum's in the chat actually, but from memory from having my hypnotherapy, I did see being inside a ship that was humongous. And my memory from it is being like, and I've never stood on a football field before, but it felt like I was stood in an open, on a football field where the roof would open up like that, but then close again.
Yeah.
Yes, football stadium. And it was very industrial inside. And that, not really explaining it well at all, but I don't know how to explain it. But it's very metal, lots of metal structures that I can see.
Industrial was very accurate. I got it immediately. Yeah, right on.
Okay, brilliant. And it was dark, but light enough to sort of make things out. And I did see beings. I saw 2 different types of beings, which I believe possibly, and I'm not 100% sure, were the same being, but they would shape shift. So the first being was very typical ET, but tall and skinny. So humanoid body, but the big almond eyes.
Marty.
And then, and then the other one was tall and skinny, but blonde like me.
That's the one they call the tall blondes.
Yeah.
And
I asked why. Well, my mum asked me to ask them why me, sort of thing. I have ET DNA, they told me, and that they learn from me, so that I'm planted here to have experiences, and then they take me back there, and I'm not sure how they do it, but they sort of download the information like the experiences through information so they can experience themselves and learn from it. But I didn't see how that happened. I know that sounds like it sounds like
alien
the wall, doesn't it?
Wi-Fi hotspot, Kerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like
crazy.
the experiment, if that makes sense. To have all
like
these.
The
She's
theory
memory
is
card
that
for him.
they're interdimensional. Like it's not just about space. You got to be thinking space time.
Yeah.
You know, all things and all times are connected, and if you can break through that next dimension, which we're very young as a species, we haven't even began to approach that. If you can phase into that fourth dimension, you can go anywhere, any place at any time. And so I think that's just something that's beyond the understanding of our brain because we haven't ever experienced that. So a lot of times, like information on the quantum level never disappears. It stays in the universe forever. And I think there's a way to tap into that. And maybe they're getting information from all of us. There's a lot of times, like how many times have you been driving home and you just like, how the hell did I get here?
Yeah.
That's it. Absolutely.
I've always said that I'm a big believer that aliens put us on this earth to basically observe us, see how we grow as people and learn from us. I've always said that.
Yeah.
So it's weird saying that they're basically studying you.
I want to point out how fucking nuts it is. My old man's answer. Me and my brothers had this whole CIA theory about him. I'm not going to go into that, but he says you will see how it works in a few years, Kerry. Yeah. And that's when I was like, wait, what? And he was like, technology advances here in the U.S. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude, pops, what is going on right now?
So in that documentary we were talking about, the guy who left Lockheed Martin, who was running Skunk Works, had this big conference, and that was like the last thing he left him with. He says, now we have the technology to send ET home. Yep. And he showed the short little clip and then he just walked off. And the guy like had to chase him down to ask him like, what did you mean? And pretty much just what I said.
Yeah.
Like, all time and space is connected. That's how we do it. And so
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure nothing to see here.
These things, even things like today that we do that 100 years ago were thought of as impossible.
Yeah.
Absolutely impossible. And then now it's going to be the same in 100 years' time. Things that we're theorizing now and talking about.
I think it's going to be compounded, though. Like how fast it happened from 100 years ago to today, it's going to double speed.
Yeah.
So we're probably already 50 to 100 years ahead of it with technology that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
As far as military, they probably have stuff that's 50 years ahead of what we think is actually out there.
My mum's just put in the comments as well. 41 times I've been taken.
I saw that. That's insane.
Kerry, you say it like it's just normal. It's not normal. It's
well, 41 times seems to be normal now.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
it?
right. I mean, if you go to the store 41 times, it's normal to go to the store.
Yeah. Fucking insane. That's like for us, like being taken once, it'd be like a massive deal. Yeah. But you're like,
I don't believe in the evil alien theory. Like I think if extraterrestrials were evil or were here to harm us, we would already be harmed.
I was going to say we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
All we do is shoot at them every time they show up. If they show up, that's all we do.
We always joke that like on the show, there's like a running joke that if like aliens were kind of driving through Earth or like our galaxy, they're like roll the windows up. So they just go roll the windows up and go by Earth.
I feel like they're on safari. Like if you're on safari in Africa and you get eaten by a lion, like it's not the lion's fault. And so I think that's how they feel about us when they come here. Like, oh, that's just the way they are. Like you got to be careful. They'll shoot at you.
Yeah, it's a good shout. Yeah. Anyway, we will get on to the questions before we all run out of time and fall asleep. Especially me, freaking knackered. But it's
not
been
that he's found this anytime boring.
No, by any means, no. It's just been a week, and I'm up at stupid.
Kerry's upset now.
But yeah, no.
I've loved this show. It's been brilliant, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Can we have Ojisan back, please?
Yes, please.
I will pop in anytime you guys want me to guest star.
Definitely.
We have a habit of scaring people off, so hopefully you want.
Yes, if you want to come back.
you believe me, this is like one of the nicest shows I've been on. Y'all are awesome. I like it.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man.
when he goes off, I was like, yeah, fuck that.
No.
Yeah, like all the rest.
Hey, Hefty's been around me for a while. If I don't like you, I'll tell you I don't like you.
Yes, he absolutely will. Which reminds me, Ojisan, hit me up in a DM, bro. Are we Facebook buddies?
I don't think so.
Hit me up. Yeah, please, sir.
Are we playing the new game tonight?
What's the new game?
I don't know. Tom and Amy's got a new one, haven't they?
Y'all have a new game?
What?
We'll do the old game tonight, but for the next week we'll bring up the new one.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the new one? Hold on, I don't even know about this, and I'm on the show. What's the new game?
So we got the memes one. So you know the images. So you got to think of
a caption for it.
A caption for the meme, yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
We've actually got the captions, but you guys can make up your own captions.
Yeah.
Which I thought we might be a bit cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm in. Family edition of Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, we've got a few. Let's look at some of these comments before we go on to questions. Taking over less evolved. That's a good shout from your dad, Hefty, about the civilizations taking over the lesser advanced ones. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You probably find that's what happened here. Well, we did pretty much. We took over the Earth. Everything that was lesser involved.
Look at Tui's response. My whole family is into this shit. If you just they're like Rob, Matt, and Jeff. Those are all my little brothers, and and my dad, James. They're always here every week, which is nuts and cool because they all know about this shit. All of them.
Chantel's same. If they wanted to hide, they could. If they have massive space travel, so cloaking's are no problem. Yeah, exactly.
And your mom is right. There is no past or future. It's just right now. You just live here. The rest of it doesn't exist.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
The spinning one.
It's like Garth said in Wayne's World. Live in the now.
Just feel like your existence is just your finger running along like a big parachute cover or something. Like that's where you are right there. None of the rest of it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for Ojisan to be on the show.
Yes, we're definitely going to have you back on Ojisan if you want it back on.
A good guest, finally. See, that's how it's done, Marty. What's matter?
That's why
you guys better go peruse through my channel first to make sure.
Yeah, guys, they want to chat as well. Please do check out Ojisan's channel. We certainly will be, won't we?
I did a lot of the weird paranormal stuff here lately. I've got a bunch out there. I think you guys will dig them. I did one on like the chronovisor and stuff like that, and just like Mount Shasta. I don't know if you've ever got into Mount Shasta. That's a huge topic.
Oh,
that goes all the way back to Atlantis.
Atlantis,
UFOs. It's got it all. It's got Bigfoot. It's got everything.
Okay.
Right. You're coming back for that one.
Yeah,
I will prepare for that one. I'll get some stuff together for you. I've already done a video on it, but I will prepare and enlighten you guys on how Mount Shasta aligns all the way back to Atlantis, and it's a weird tale.
There we go. That's another show we're gonna do. All right, then. So we're getting to the questions.
It's time to get filthy. Sign off if you're a bitch.
Exactly.
Well, I'm fixing to sign off. I'm sorry. I do have to go. Next time, I'll prepare for the Mount Shasta talk. You guys have fun with your Cards Against Humanities, and I've absolutely loved being up here and hanging out with you guys. And I will come out anytime. Yeah.
Thank you so much, OJ.
Yeah, we love having you on, dude.
All right, you guys take care. Love you.
Love you too, brother. All right, my man.
The news is that we are going to be making sure that once a month we're going to dedicate our show and make sure that we bring on our dolls live on TikTok and through YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't catch it last week, so quickly, because we didn't have a show last Friday because of work, we did a live with so like this, we had StreamYard running with the dolls and all the gear in the background, and we streamed it on TikTok. So like Hefty was saying, you got 2 views. You could view it from this wide angle, and then over on the TikTok, you could see all the dolls up close and see some of the action we're getting. So we are going to do those shows, hopefully once a month, get them in there so you guys get a bit more interaction with the dolls.
We might get
Chantal was watching you as well.
We might get more interaction from them as well.
Yeah, I think things are starting to pick up again. As stupid as it sounds and as cliche it sounds, now it's getting darker. I think they're more waking up.
That's because I wasn't there. They didn't have to listen to me, so they were happy. Like everybody else.
But yeah, we did get some good evidence on that Saturday show, so guys, please check it out.
Yeah, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of action.
You were missed, Hefty.
Yeah. I did. Look, you guys did a bang up job. It was a great show. If y'all missed it, like, you should be subbing, following, and hit that notification bell on Tom and Amy's channel, shouldn't you? And they can just go back and watch it.
But even if like one of yous are missing it, there's always a link missing. It always never the same. It's great when we're all together.
Yeah.
There's one missing, it's just not the same.
We need your bubbly personality.
Let's say again. I'm sorry.
I said we need your bubbly personality.
Oh, bubbly. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was like, I thought she said something insulting, so I was waiting to see who was going to react first.
Oh, never.
No, Amy's always sticking up for me.
I just didn't know who it was directed towards.
Did you actually?
No, I didn't.
You dirty shit.
You saw his eyebrow go up. He's like, no, I didn't.
Stinky shit.
Anyway, let's get into the questions.
You know, funny, I'm sitting right underneath you.
I do apologize. Rock and roll and look up. Just a final word from Ojisan. You guys are awesome. Rock and roll and look up. Thank you so much, Ojisan. We cannot wait to have you back on.
Look up. That's got to be his like word now. What is it called? Rock and roll and look up.
Yeah, his tagline. His tagline.
That is his tagline. That is his tagline, definitely. That's cracking.
We might have to get rid of Marty.
Yeah, Marty. We've kind of the UFO expert is now changed. No,
I'll send him all my UFO stuff. I'll just give him everything.
Night, Mom.
Night, Mom.
Hey, Kerry's mom.
Night.
All right. Do you want to pull questions?
I'll do questions.
Oh, you do questions tonight. Lego.
Let's do this.
You've given me
Let's go.
Dear Agony Aunt, I'm having some trouble with and would like your advice.
Say it one more time.
I always say this shit.
Do you have...
Dear Agony Aunt, I'm having some trouble with and would like your advice.
Oh, okay.
You know what agony aunt is, then you in the US.
Nope.
I don't know.
So it's like
Oh, right.
it's in the paper. People write in usually when they're like cheating on their.
Oh, it's like I remember the columns they used to write out. It was like Dear Abby or whatever it was.
Dear Abby. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they basically say, "I've fucked up. I need some help," sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Dear Abby. Maybe I'm wrong. It was
Okay. No, I get it. So is it a two-part? Is it a two-part question? You need two answers.
Just one.
One. Okay.
I'm
You have
having some
trouble with
with
what?
blank and would like your advice.
Okay.
I can't go with that.
That's such an evil laugh, Amy.
No, I'll go. All right. I'll pick it up with
Kerry.
Oh, go on. Sorry.
Pretending to care.
Oh, that's on the same the sheet that I have. That's actually the answer to the right of my answer, which is very
How to
funny.
get rid of a body.
Where you been, T?
Rex.
Soft kissy sex. I've never heard of that one before.
That's a new one on me.
What
Yeah.
is that?
That's what they call making love and not fucking.
Yeah. No.
So
Wow.
Wow, I'm glad
Yeah.
you clarified that.
Soft
You're
kissy
welcome.
Yeah,
sex.
that one. What was it? Instead of Netflix and chill, it's let's get Popeyes and fuck or something.
Pop. So the question is basically like
I'm learning
think of it
still
like
now.
this: Dear Abby, I'm having a problem with blank.
Yes.
I need your opinion.
Yeah, I'm having some trouble with blank and would like your advice.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hefty.
Getting naked and watching Nickelodeon.
Wrong on so many levels, but okay.
Tom?
You wonder why he's not allowed at my house. Yeast. Okay.
Ooh.
Marty?
Backing over a kid with a Buick.
Sorry, say it again.
Back in the
Backing over a kid with a Buick.
It's a kind of car.
the guy.
Oh, okay. Is there any more? I know James is going to put one on.
I got a wow. I think I offended Chantel. All right, right on. I didn't think that was possible.
Trucker Marty died.
Yeah.
Kerry.
Take
Kerry.
that along with me.
Kerry, you won.
Thank you very much.
Kerry always wins though. She's got powers and we haven't.
That's okay.
The powers of rudeness.
We have the power to move you.
Soreness from the crows.
Ojisan jumped in there with one.
Yeah, what is?
That is good. That is good.
HCI in a tub.
Right.
Oh, hey guys, I know this was my idea, but I'm having serious doubts about blank.
Not wearing trousers.
Okay.
You're in
Pants.
doubt. You're in doubt about
Pants,
that.
should I say.
Pants.
You're in doubt about that.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to walk down the street not wearing trousers?
You definitely lost.
Bad TV drama.
Hefty?
Repeat the question one more time. I have the answer. I just need to hear it one more time.
Guys, I know this was my idea, but I'm having serious doubts about.
Selling crack to children.
You should be having serious doubts about that, dude. It's not a good thing. I
As long as
mean,
they pay.
You know how long it takes them to pay you because they only have the lunch money and the quarters that their parents give them. Fucking take forever.
Leaving the hostages alive. The method of disposal goes with the first answer.
Yeah, it's yes, good on you.
Marty?
Stuffing my pee hole with Tic Tacs.
Nice. Jesus.
Kerry?
And Ojisan said, "Oh, I'm not going to do this."
England.
English, yeah.
Yes.
KY jelly on the slippers. Nice.
Oh, boy.
That's a good one.
Hefty.
What is? Wait, what? I did mine, didn't I?
Yeah,
You
won.
Wait, whoa, new one. What the hell's the question?
Sorry, Jeff. It's the card I picked out, bro.
No, you won, Hefty.
Oh, I won. Oh, hooray!
Jeff, it's Amy's fault. She asked the question.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm reading the comments.
It's been a while, yeah.
We're doing winners, guys.
Yeah, we're doing
winners.
Okay.
One more.
Right, next from J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Chamber of.
Oh, okay.
Adam, you're dead.
Not
Am I? Because
No,
I haven't.
You're dead. Not touching Marty's answer.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Oh, shit. God.
No,
We
no,
just changed
stop
it.
in your.
These are all the same shit we've had
I
millions of
don't
times.
care.
What was the question again?
Next from J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Chamber of.
These are really shit.
Oh fuck! I have two for this, and I really want to do.
What
You can have them both.
Okay.
You know what? No, I'm going to go with this one because I believe that this answer.
Undivided love. Romance.
This is great. Oh my
What's Tui's say? What's
This
Tui's?
plugs, Rob's.
Daddy issues. You can make one up in your head.
I'm not that intelligent.
Oh Jesus.
Jeff says kink.
This is
Pink.
Dad Chantel.
Daddy
What's kink?
issues.
Like
Daddy
kinky?
issues.
Of 45.
Chamber of A45. What's that?
It's a gun.
It's a gun.
Ah,
The chamber of a 45. It's a pun. It's a joke. It's
Why, Tom?
it's an American thing, isn't it?
It's
You
so
can't
fun.
say that.
mine is hair. Yeah, good. Do it, Tom.
It's quite.
Do it.
Harry Potter
It's-
and the Chamber of Ethnic Cleansing.
Oh, all right. I thought mine was good. Mine is right on top. Mine was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Police Brutality. But I think Tom took me on that one.
Mark,
Harry Potter in the chamber of a time traveling Chinese general from the Shang Dynasty.
Boo! Boo!
Boo. Terrible.
Chamber of old people smell.
That's a smelly chamber.
I'm gonna have a chamber of my balls on your face, isn't it?
Oh!
We've heard about them.
Literally all the.
Yeah, a little too much, to be honest.
Oh, do we have the clip? Can we play the clip?
No.
Yeah, can it be like a little funny thing that you just go?
Oh yeah, that clip.
Yeah, can we play the ball slide clip? Do we have that?
Come on.
Is that readily available?
Thomas, don't touch me.
Pause that clip.
Oh, you got to play that at the end of every show.
Wait, do I have to? I can send it to you real quick if you need it. Yes.
I may be able to grab it.
Hef,
That what you
you're
need?
going to have
Might
to get
be
it
able
on
to
your
grab the balls.
computer.
I have it. I've already. I was like, do I have to send it again real quick? Because I will send that right over to you if you need
You
it.
just need to have it on your phone, so when they bring something up, you can just
So
on
I can just
speaker.
soundboard
We
it.
have to do the balls cut. Do we have to?
Yeah, we have to do both.
We have to do it. Thomas.
I love it. She's just so great. She's so just stop this shit.
Adam, did you send that? Did you send that to the messenger?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it now.
Hold on. I can do it real quick. Hold on.
Just let them send it.
I am
got it.
42 this year,
I'll still send it.
James and Jeff.
Let him send it. No, let him send it again.
You have to send
Getting
it again.
old.
Still.
Adam, you could just play it on your phone. Just put it up to the mic.
That I think Kerry is.
Adam's concentrating. Look at his face.
Yeah, no, I'm like doing something. Shut up. Where's Ed?
Oh, thingy.
Oh, I got it. I got it right here.
Hold on.
I don't mind. I'm 42 next week.
I know somebody's got a birthday coming up.
Adam, I can play it right now if you want me to.
Go ahead, Jesus.
Well, I don't know. I just didn't know if you were ready. Or
No,
if
it's
you were
okay.
still
Go
looking
ahead.
for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, they're already
Yeah, it's so
sick.
defensive. Wow.
Yes, we are, Jeff. Yes, we
Don't
are.
forget, I
So I'm
work
just talking
days
to
now.
people in
We
the
had
chat,
night.
not you lot.
That's because I'm making the subs.
It's all right, James. I've answered anyway.
You don't put your hand on my arm when you've just been touching your ball sack.
We gotta do it again. We missed the beginning bit.
No, he clipped it, so that was pretty much it. Why isn't it?
She's quite ill, bless her. Can you not put your hand on my arm when you've just been touching your ball sack?
I think it's the like
Because you're a dirty boy.
because you had that like bunged up voice, like because you're.
Well, it was funny because you were picking on her the whole time because she had to wear the
Yeah.
cream, and then you've done fucked up and went to that. And I love the other one the other day. We're like, "Don't film me."
Oh yeah, that was funny as
I was
shit,
so
dude.
tired.
Oh, God.
I was so fucking tired.
Dude, if the chat could see half the stuff of the polos, dude, oh my god.
Yeah.
We got to do some like
It's a whole
behind the
different
scenes
world.
footage type thing. Some B-roll
Hefty,
footage.
your family are funny.
Yeah, they're good people. I'll keep them around.
You got a cracking topic. Brilliant.
I love my family. They're good people.
All right then. Anyway, let's have to knock on the head, but it's been a fucking cracking
So
show.
what's our show next week?
Show next week is I'll think of
The
it.
Bennington Triangle.
Yes, there you go. Done.
Yes, it is.
See, that's why we have Hefty.
That's why I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Bennington
do something
Triangle.
around here.
Yes.
Yeah,
doing
so it's
that.
Is
kind
that
of like
Benuda's sister?
it's yes,
pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Kerry has
There it is. Yeah, no, there it is.
That is
That's
it. So yeah, that's next week. Yeah. Apart from that, Ojisan, if you're still watching, been a fucking pleasure having you on. Can't wait to have you on again.
And don't think you're gonna upset us if you don't want to be on again.
He's like, yeah, fuck that.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back.
And anybody else?
At least he.
Hmm?
Sorry, I was just going to say, at least he didn't leave us on a cliffhanger. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny how when I was telling my buddy Josh.
Bring that back up, Kerry. Come on.
So real quick before we go. So my buddy Josh, I dedicated the show to. He watches the show, but he watches it, the day after or whatever. But so he asked what today was about, and I was like, "Well, we're having Ojisan on." And I was like, "But we don't have a great track record since we went independent with guests." And I bought up the last two, Marty.
No,
And
oh my god.
and I told him the story about it. So I was like, Marty is not allowed to bring guests on the show.
Demoted.
Oh, bless him.
He
At
was
least,
demoted.
No, dude, you
I love
heard
you.
so much shit on Tuesday, I swear to God. Wait till I show up at work on Tuesday.
That's fine. I have to work too, man. You know how miserable I am when I'm there. Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
and you want to tell them how many sandwiches I make, as opposed to you do? They call you Sandwich Man.
To me,
Yeah. Oh, for you?
I probably tripled your sandwich count just from yesterday.
That was just for his kids.
yeah, that's just his kids.
Oh, no. Adam and I discussed this. We'll do it in the green room. Just whatever.
So confused.
I'm so confused too, actually, and I started this line of conversation.
Yes. Like, what are you confused about? In one day, I tripled the amount of sandwiches you've ever made.
You made them?
Yesterday. I was in Philly all day yesterday. I'll talk to you later about it.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden we're arguing, dude. You're over here.
Mom and Dad are arguing again.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck Marty. He smells.
Anyway. Yeah, but it's been cracking.
This ain't over.
Oh dear.
Domestics.
All right, guys. Have a fucking cracking weekend. We love you all, and we will see you next week.
Stay
See you in a bit.
Stay spooky.